Good morning, guys! Another vlog being started at home. But that is because today we are going off to do some team dressage with the girls who've seen the video before. But this isn't a BD show. This is a local venue's Christmas show, Christmas party they're calling it. And we have a new team member. So we have a girl that I've met from my job I had at that stables when I was just helping out for a little bit. And she has a 17-year-old chestnut gelding called Oscar. And she's coming along to make up our fourth member because we need 4 for this show. And then she's hopefully going to be joining our BD team. So we are all going in fancy dress. We have a theme. If it works, I don't know. We will see. But yeah, I'm heading off to the yard now. And the reason I'm starting this now is because I think I'm going to have to voice over this whole thing. There's going to be quite a lot of noise going on at the yard because there's some stuff going on. So you won't hear me. And then when I get to shows, I just get too busy. I can't pick up the camera and talk, but I can like film as I'm doing stuff. So stay tuned and I'll pass over to voiceover me. Actually just going to get a shambles mixture of both voiceover and me talking to you. So I got down the yard and gave Dublin some haylage. And then if you watched my previous video, Brad finally came down to wash the top of the trailer. Alleluia. Okay, the carnage has finished, but look. The trailer is white. It's actually sparkling white. I have just washed Dublin's tail. I'm going to muck out, but it looks so good. Yeah, I've just washed Dublin's tail and I've washed her legs a little bit. I'm just going to muck out and then it will pretty much be time to get going. You just need a brush, don't you? I'm just going to brush her face. I don't want to bath her. It's freezing today. And although we have the hot water, it's just cold. So yeah, gonna get going and then get on the road. Let me know how much of like the getting ready you like, because I feel like I've done it loads and it gets a bit repetitive. But yeah, let me know in the comments below. But I will potentially see you when we're loading up to go. Okay, little run through of stuff. I've got my Christmas jumper. It's actually Brad's Christmas jumper. I haven't got one. I'm a bit of a bar humbug. I haven't got a Christmas jumper. But I have got a bag of goodies to put in the main bit. So walk round. It's so nice being so clean. Okay, so got all my stuff packed. Got a little bit of mulled wine there. Luckily Brad is coming, so he is driving, which means I can have a mulled wine. I've got my massage pad. I have got an exercise sheet in case it's absolutely freezing cold. That hat I'm not using, obviously my hat's down there. Christmas stuff, and then pots and pans. There is plenty of food. So that is the front. Lovely clean trailer. And then I think I have everything in here. So I moved my drawers to the middle there, and then it means my saddle fits in quite nicely. I've got my Christmas stuff on. Oh my god. And then I have a black saddle pad, and I'm gonna wrap a like Santa exercise sheet to make it like a saddle pad that's Christmassy. Treats, calming cookie stall. So yeah, all good to go. Whips don't need, that's fine. See, these walk around videos are good because I hadn't actually packed the black saddle pad. Because I'm covering it with the Santa thing, I just don't want to get one of my white ones dirty, basically. So I'm cheating. I'm going to use a black one. But because I've got my new organisation, I think, yeah, that'll fit nicely in there, look. Can I do that? Ooh, can't film that. But yeah, that fits nicely in there. So I can shut that now. Need to get the key to lock it. Open that, because I always open that when I load her. So yeah, just gotta get dubbed now. Up we go. Get down. You're always so good. You are always so good. Right, I give you the theme of this video, and that is rush, rush, rush. Oh my god, it was carnage. It took longer to get there than we thought, and we left a bit late, and yeah, my priority was just to get the mulled wine on and warm up because it was freezing. I, of course, put Dublin's being a rug on and let her chill for a little bit, but then it was time to get tacked up. Now, again, we were just doing like a bit of a theme. So I was kind of going as Santa, and then Polly was going as Mrs. Claus, and the girls were going as elves. But Brad was fascinated by the unicorn team. There was 4 of them, which made great entertainment for the warm-up. But yeah, that is Polly on the chestnut there. That's Oscar. That's the only introduction you're going to get to them, because I did not have time to film anything before. So we got straight in to the warm-up. We were running on time. I'd given myself enough time. I was just running through a few exercises, but equally it was so cold that I just got on and got trotting straight away. I wasn't really fussed about her head or anything like that. I just wanted to get her moving and get her warmed up. She was going quite nicely. The warm-up arena was really busy and people were sort of just standing around, which does not help. And then, of course, there was just fancy dress, fancy dress, fancy dress. So there was a lot to look at. So she didn't do her best warm-up, but it wasn't a bad warm-up. I was pleased with her. She was feeling really good. And then, yeah, we were ready to go. I don't know how, but the dressage is running 40 minutes late. So we rushed and rushed. So she's just stood now, looking like a wrapped up pumpkin. Pumpkin? Santa. Wrong season. But yeah. Not impressed. It's freezing cold, and now we're 40 minutes late. And then they announced the judges weren't actually going to have a long lunch break so they could catch up. So we had to unrug them again, get down to the warm-up, and my second warm-up was nowhere near as good. Unfortunately, I think she had got a little bit cold. So again, I was just trying to get her a bit warmer. And then they made our teams all go down to the arena together rather than like individually. So we stood around and I was trying to keep her warm walking, but she just got cold, and she was so stiff and kind of bunched up because she was so cold. So this wasn't our best test, but hey, I will give you the results anyway. So we got a 7 for that first centre line, even though I thought it was a little bit wobbly. She did say that it was actually fairly straight. And then we got a 7 for that section of trot down the long side, all the way round. And then we got a 6.5 for our diagonal, which is sad. We normally do quite well at diagonals, but it didn't feel the best. She made a comment that it could be more through to the contact, and I agree. She was just really like I said, bunched up. So I kind of was just letting her have her head and trying to make her trot round and pick up a bit of a swing to like loosen up rather than holding her together. So we got a 6.5 for that section of the trot down the long side. Then we go into our circle. Now it's circle right 20 centimetres and pick up canter between X and A. We got a 6.5 for this, and she just said slight stiffening into canter, which, yeah, I mean, look, oh my God, I feel so bad. Like, it didn't ride brilliantly, and, you know, hindsight's a great thing. Like, part of me is a bit like, oh, should I have just said she wasn't ready? But hey, when you're on a team, you have that bit of pressure, don't you? So again, I just wasn't like holding her together, if you know what I mean. I was just allowing her to sort of move as freely as she possibly could underneath me. Now the issue is I'm about to run out of memory and my phone is about to die, so we're going to miss quite a section, and Brad picks it up with his phone in a minute. But I got a 7 for that little trot bit, and then the walk sections. So we had to turn right at B and then turn left at F. And yeah, I got 7 for that, and she just said could be a bit more through to the contact again. So yeah. So yes, that's the big bit that we missed. So we skip, and we're on our second canter, and that transition actually got a 6.5. She said slight stiffness again into the canter, and then she unfortunately broke. So the working canter around the outside, I got a 5, but that's completely understandable. She was so stiff on that rein. And then, yeah, obviously we had the break, so it was a bit sad. Now, our medium walk, and then we had to change the rein on a free walk, and it was from H to B, so it's like the small diagonal. I felt like she stretched down, and I, felt quite a lot of stretch, but she got a 6.5, and the comment just says correct steps, but needs to soften soften and round and forward more. I think that's what it says. I mean, who can read judges' comments? They're so difficult to read. Then we pick up trot again, and it's straight back down the centre line, and I got a 7 for this one. And it just said, very straight, but head high into the halt. So yeah, not our best test, but also, given the circumstances, I couldn't really have expected any more from her. Oh, right, so I tried filming that a few times, but I'm running out of memory. Yeah, the footage of my dressage, I've got no idea how much I've just shown you because memory died, but that was not our best test. They were running 40 minutes late and she just got a bit stiff. I tried to keep her moving, tried to keep her going, but she just got stiff. So her right rein canter was just awful, and then she broke, so that was not great. I'm hoping we picked up marks in other places, but no, it kind of like threw us off, and it's freezing. It's just not, it's just frustrating, but she was an angel. She behaved like an absolute saint, so I can't be too mad. The trailer is in absolute state, but it is time to get my baby girl home. We're hoping we can pick up sheets before we leave, but we'll see. How does that even happen? There's mulled wine everywhere. Oh, right, we are home. Priority was to get her all dressed. She was a little bit chilly, bless her. It was a lot colder than I anticipated. I took a big rug, but it just wasn't enough, I don't think. So I've got her all rugged up, ready for the field tomorrow because she'll go out first thing in the morning, and boots on because she's chilly. I'm gonna get her a nice big hay net, and it's actually pretty much her bedtime, so she's gonna go to bed. At the time of recording this, I have not had my test sheet back. Interrupting myself to let you know that I actually got 66.13% in my prelim 7, and as a team we came overall 7th, I think, out of 15 other teams with a score of 65.7%. So all in all, not a bad day out at all. But you know what, I am actually quite pleased with her because she got on with it, she did it regardless, she was so well behaved. She was just a bit cold and a bit stiff. It's just one of those things. I now know in the winter I need to warm up in my exercise sheet, which I didn't wear even though I had it, and potentially even longer, and just avoid the standing around. The steward was trying to make us all wait as a team, and it just kind of meant that we were waiting too long in the cold. So we know for next time, and you can really tell when we've had like 4 months out of doing dressage, it shows. But we're done. We are home, and I actually have a pole clinic on Tuesday. So she's going to have either day off tomorrow or a little walk around the block, and then we are back out again Tuesday night. So yeah, sorry this vlog's been a bit rubbish, a bit disjointed, but hey, stick around for the next one, and I'll see you next time. Bye.